nice atomizer, really nice atomizer. Something is telling me that there is some, whoa, what is that? That's reminding me of something. No, I don't think it's that. Hey there, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another rack store pickup. This time I was able to find something at my local Marshall's. Yeah, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, they've been coming through lately, so I do have to throw out some love to Burlington. However, Burlington is mainly Middle Eastern fragrances now, clones. That's pretty much all I've seen there. Today, we are not looking at a clone, spoiler alert. The scent that I ended up grabbing is Quicksilver's Offshore. And I paid $24.99 for the 50 ml. This is an eau de parfum concentration. I'm excited to dig into this one, and the only reason this was on my radar is because of you guys. Someone had mentioned it in my comments a few videos back. A few of you actually have mentioned this particular fragrance and you're curious about it, and someone even said that they believe, or they did say, I haven't confirmed this, that this is made by Michael Malul, or at least the same company that does Michael Malul fragrances. So I don't have very high hopes for this. I'm hoping that this is a straight up hidden gem cheapie that is not a Middle Eastern clone. It's been a while since we've found one of those at the rack store. Could this be the one? I don't know. Let's get into it. It does say on the back of the box that it is distributed by IMH or LMH LLC out of New Albany, Ohio, made in the USA. So I'm pretty sure Michael Malul is located in Ohio. I could be wrong about that. Here is the presentation. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. I actually like the simplicity of the bottle. I like the shape of the bottle. It's sort of like these rounded edges around the sides, which I think is a nice touch. Yeah, not bad. Offshore. And nice heavy cap as well. I promise you guys, there is a disposable camera floating around somewhere with a young G rocking Quicksilver t-shirt, Quicksilver shorts. I was a Quicksilver guy. I was one of those guys. I didn't surf. I didn't really skateboard. I dressed the part, okay? Some might call me a poser, so to speak, but I know you guys want to do that. Let's take a look at the atomizer really quickly. Nice atomizer, really nice atomizer. Something is telling me that there is some, whoa. Wow. Okay. What is that? That's reminding me of something. Very fresh, very clean in the air. Something is telling me that this very well could be made by Michael Malul. Not synthetic. It smells natural. There's a lot of aromatics. Green, very fresh, a little aquatic. It's a freshie, 1000%, that you've probably smelled before. But what is shocking me in the air is the quality right now. I was expecting something super cheap from Quicksilver. I'm not going to lie. My bar is very low right now. Let's get this on skin. Impressed by this atomizer, by the way. And it's an eau de parfum, so I'm expecting a little bit of longevity out of this. Super fresh. Also has a little bit of a mintiness to it. Kind of like, it's almost reminding me of, no, I don't think it's that. I'll think of it. Guys, when you've been in this hobby a long time and you smell things, your first instinct is to, what does that smell like? What is it reminding me of? There's also a little bit of a creaminess in there. Let's see what it does off the skin. Okay. Just on first sniff, it's still very good. Don't get me wrong, but I do get a little bit of that Play-Doh vibe. So it's like a cross between powder and earthiness. There's just something, I wouldn't say it's unappealing. It's just a texture thing for me more than a smell, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Usually when I smell that in a fragrance, it settles down pretty quickly. This is kind of unique smelling. In the air, it was reminding me of another fragrance that I can't quite pinpoint right now. I'll think of it. But off of skin, it's different. It's still aromatic. It's still really fresh, but there's also a little bit more of a depth to it. A creaminess, a little more inviting in a way. I don't want to say like a date night fragrance, but there's something warmer than what I was getting out of the air. Very smooth fragrance, ultra fresh, clean. Any guy would appreciate this. It's not particularly youthful. It is not particularly sweet. So that is surprising to me. I don't know when this was released. I think pretty recently. I'll take a look in a minute when we look at the notes, but all the popular trends right now in fragrance, this isn't doing any of them, which I appreciate right off the bat. It's something a little different, unexpected, put it that way. It's a little bit unexpected. And when I smell it up close, I am getting a fruitiness as well. Not so much citrus, definitely a fruitiness, but it's a very natural smelling fruit. I don't know what it is. Again, I'm going to look at the notes. I'd be curious to see how this settles in. Let's take a look at the notes now and give this a few minutes. So the notes for Offshore from Quicksilver. Top notes are pineapple, sea salt, lemon, and mugwort. Mid notes are orange blossom, thalassogia, water lily, and lavender. And the base notes are oak moss, amber, sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. I have a lot of questions looking at that note breakdown. But while I'm on Fragrantica, this was released in 2026. And so it's a newer release, and it reminds many people of none other than Legend Spirit. Sorry, one person. But that's kind of what it's reminding me of in that family of, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, the white bottle, the OG. It brings me back to that time when that fragrance was popular. It does remind me, but it's much better quality. This is far better quality than that Mont Blanc. But that Mont Blanc is the good synthetic. Like, it smells incredible, lasts a long time, super fresh. You can't go wrong. This is in that same vein. Now, the question I have about the notes, a couple of these I have never heard of. Mugwort and thalassogia is an innovative fragrance technology developed by Givaudan, inspired by ocean and coastal environments. So it's supposed to mimic being oceanside. I definitely pick up some aquatics here. I wouldn't say it's like a seaweed, marine, to marine type of an aquatic. Some people might be turned off by that. It's not that. Mugwort is a plant, green herbs, fougere. So yeah, for me, this is a masculine freshie and has a little refinement to it. Unexpected refinement. I don't know why I was expecting less from Quicksilver, because let's face it, it's usually on the budget racks. It's a brand that was popular years ago. Not many people are wearing Quicksilver these days. Definitely had a pair of board shorts, 1000%. Okay, and as I smell this now, as it's settled in, I'm definitely getting a little bit more of that earthy seaside vegetation. That's the best way to put it. So the salt, I'm getting it very fresh. The fruit here, the pineapple, adds a nice balance of sweetness, but it's so subtle. You know it's fruity, but it's not overly sweet. It's not like making you like feel it in your cheeks here and your salivary glands. I think they did a really fantastic job at blending this fragrance. The fact that this is $25, I'm impressed. I am looking forward to the dry down here with the oak moss, the amber, the sandalwood. That is some of those creamier notes that I think it's going to balance out really nicely once this settles in. And this is one of those fragrances that, although it is considered aquatic or like an authentic smelling oceanside aquatic, I would say that it's probably also a really nice transitional fragrance. Great vacation fragrance. That's kind of where my brain's at. Again, I'm going to Aruba at the end of the month. My brain is going vacation mode. So, I mean, if this thing lasts a long time, this is a hidden gem. The other thing I would note here is that it's definitely one of those fragrances that lends itself more to the sillage that it leaves or the scent bubble it creates versus smelling it up close. So in the air and in your scent trail as you're walking by people, that's where it's going to shine. Now, me personally, this isn't my favorite style of fragrance. I don't like the super salty seaside aquatics. There's a couple in my collection, one being Bulgaria Mara. That is my favorite aquatic fragrance. Like most authentic smelling aquatic that I have in the collection that I can actually feel like I could wear. Like I could wear it out, dressed up and that type of thing. I don't want to smell like the ocean. Personally, maybe some of you guys do. I don't really have anything bad to say about this. I guess the fact that it's $25, I am still picking up a little hint of that Play-Doh vibe. I'm definitely going to wear this next week and talk more about it in my weekly rotation video. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now. That's last week's rotation, so be sure to go check out that video. I will link it in the description down below. Would love to know you guys' thoughts on Offshore from Quicksilver. Have you tried this scent before? I think some other Quicksilver fragrances are popping up as well. So let me know if you've tried anything from the Quicksilver house and what your favorite is, and let me know your thoughts on Offshore. But guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.